Both my parents come from like really big families, so I got added into this WhatsApp group with 101 members.
Are you serious?
And it's just relatives on my dad's side. Only my dad's side. And I scroll through it. I don't recognize like 80% of the people. And I'm pretty sure there are a few dead people in there too.
Hi, and welcome back to Rice to Meet You, your comedy podcast about Asian culture. I'm Evelyn Mock.
And I'm your co-host, Nigel Ng.
Yay!
Yes, episode 87.
87. That's the year I was born, Nigel.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't need to know that.
Why? We're friends. Bet would you not want to know that about me?
That I don't know. It's not relevant to the podcast. It's not relevant.
I bet people would like to know what year I was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now you know, people. 87.
Yeah.
87.
Please don't steal my identity and use, like, get my bank account to use all my...
Ooh, what's that security question? What's the name of your first pet?
What's the name of my
What
first
hospital were you born in? Is it Gothenburg Hospital?
I'm Asian, so we never had pets, and also probably not born in a hospital. No, I'm kidding.
That's a sad thing, you know. Asians in Malaysia, a lot of Asians have pets now. You know, we've evolved now. Yeah, it's just you and your immigrant parents not having pets.
Well,
don't put it on us. Don't put it on us. We're
yeah,
enlightened.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, it means that in Asia, that means that probably the social classes, like social economic factors have become better, and that's why you can have pets.
Yeah, which means your parents fucked up. They should have just stayed where they were.
They should have stayed in Asia.
Maybe you would have pets. I don't know. A lot of my friends have pets.
That's true. If
you always make it sound like they escape Asia, they escape this poverty. Like, you don't know how good a life my friends have in Malaysia.
I didn't make that sound like... Well, that's true. If I stayed in Asia and got a pet, then maybe I would feel better mentally, because pets are good for mental health.
Yeah, and Asians who grow up in Asia are better mentally. One, they fit in. Two, they're mentally stronger.
Yeah,
but that's what you like to call repressing. But I just like to call mental toughness and fortitude.
Exactly. I call it repression.
I don't think... I think it's mental toughness. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's a good thing. I think repression is a good thing. Let's keep doing this, people. But
keep repressing your feelings, people.
Yeah.
That's
you don't
Nigel
have to express every single thing. Okay?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Keep 90%. Express 10%. That's enough. And 90% should live in your head forever. Take it to your gravestone. Take it to your grave.
Like, dating Nigel would be like dating a glacier. You only see like the top, like the 10 top
well,
percent.
if you're spending your life with someone, then maybe they get to see 15%. Okay? You let them in a little bit more.
Oh,
but
my
at
gosh.
work, in a professional setting, 10% is all I want to hear. Okay? 10%.
I'm so lucky that we do this. Can you imagine me in an office if I were like just in an office meeting? I'm like, well, my therapist said...
You'll be fired. You'll be fired.
It'd be so bad.
That's so unprofessional.
I'd be a terrible office worker.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't do the report because I had a really anxious weekend.
My therapist said I need to stand up for myself, so I'm not going to use Excel today. Like, what the fuck? Calculate the figures. Send me the report.
That would be so funny. That'd be really funny. Oh, gosh.
Repression, or aka mental toughness and fortitude, is what makes everything work. Can you imagine if all of us express everything we felt all the time? Nothing will get done.
Well, it's interesting because now Asia is still in that stage where it's repressing or mental toughness. And they're doing great. They're overtaking the world economy.
Yeah.
Because because the West now have the time to actually focus on their mind, like focus on mental health and stuff. So everything's coming out now, and that's why we're weaker and being overtaken by Asia.
What I say, people.
That's
what
really
I say.
Funny.
Also,
That's very funny.
mental toughness to me is not just repression. Yes, repression is a big part of it. Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's also ability to get over things fast. To me, that's also mental toughness, And we all know on this podcast, Evelyn crumbles for 7 years, whereas I get punched in the face and I'm editing in like 2 hours. So we get over things fast.
Well, I mean, you do say that, but you've talked about moving now.
Yeah, I'm finding solutions to the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
See? I am trying to move, people. I'm trying to move to, not where I currently live, because sometimes I walk down the street and I still feel a little bit of that PTSD. And I realized I flew to Sweden, right, to Stockholm. Went to podcast a few days after the attack. And I realized it was quite nice because it was a foreign environment. I didn't know, and everything looked foreign, so it didn't remind me of the attack, and it was very nice. But when I came back, because it's a familiar surrounding, so I get reminded of the attack, so it doesn't feel good. And because I don't know how long I will be living in this constant slight fear, and anxiety when I'm walking on that street, so I'm thinking, why not just move? I want to move closer to, where you live in North London. They can easier to podcast, and North London's closer to the things I like to do, closer to the restaurants, the bars and stuff. There's more things to do. And a lot of my friends live in North or East anyway. So I think it will be quite helpful to be in North London.
I feel really terrible that you feel that way. I'm glad that you want to come to North London because North London is the best. If you're going to live in London, live north.
Don't tell everybody. Nice. You're going to drive the house prices up.
Yeah, that's true.
North sucks. Live in South. Live in South.
Go south of the Thames.
Yeah.
Don't come north. Or go and live in a warehouse in East. Don't come north. But you, because I think something like that, that would be good if you went to therapy and dealt with, having PTSD about something like that, like getting attacked. That's a good thing to go to therapy
My
for.
therapy is called buying a house. And that will
gosh.
make me happy. Okay? Mental toughness, people.
All right. Okay, Nigel.
Well,
okay.
we'll see.
We'll
see. I probably can't afford buying a house yet. Unless I want to live, really far north. Like Milton Keynes.
in Harrow.
Milton Keynes or Harrow.
In Milton Keynes.
Anybody can afford a house in Milton Keynes now. You ever notice that? You see, you go to a town and you see the people and you're like, wait, you can afford a house here? Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Certain places in England, I've been to a place called Southend in Essex. I went there, I was like, what the fuck? I was new to the country too. So I went there, I was like, I need to apply for a visa to come here? Have you seen these people? I'm like the best one here. Easy. You can afford a house here? Okay, I can afford 3. All right? Some places just give you that vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, some places give you that vibe.
Yeah. Just
expressed in that way.
Sure, maybe I expressed it in an unorthodox way. In a more judgmental, condescending, patronizing, pretentious way. But my point is still valid. You feel that too. You've been to a shit neighborhood and you're like, what? Oh, I can be a homeowner anytime I want. Being a homeowner is not all that it's cracked up to be,
Well, I was like, maybe moving to Milton Keynes would be good. I mean, it's an hour away from London. You can afford to live there. It's a small town. It's quaint. And then you're like, you go to the Weatherspoons and you're like, this can't be my everyday.
There's a reason why it's cheap. It's cheap because you live with Milton Keynes people.
Milton Keynes people. Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean, but you need to learn how to express these things in a nicer way.
This is a comedy podcast. I express things in a funny way.
Oh, gosh.
Nice is secondary, okay? This is a comedy podcast. It's not a nice podcast. It's not a, let's listen to this and feel good about all our mental health.
Oh my god, imagine if I started a podcast on my own, that would be
That's your vibe?
Yeah, they're like, she's a comedian?
Yeah.
Really?
There's nothing funny. It's just her talking about how good her life is.
Not good, how bad, how mentally anguished she is. How good her life is. I've never talked about how good my life is. If anything, I could talk about it more. I could appreciate my life a bit more.
Didn't we have this whole discussion about how we live in 5-star hotels because we don't want to deal with 3-star people? So we want to live in North London so we don't have to deal with Milton Keynes people. It's the same logic, Evelyn. And you agree with me
discussion.
too. You agree with me. All right? That's why you're moving out from your scummy roommates.
My scummy roommates.
Yeah, what happened to them? Are they still
alive?
Has the virus consumed them? Have the virus killed them off already?
They're doing really well, actually. They're doing really well now that I've moved out.
You were the cause. You were the cause of the scum.
No, but they actually, because three of us moved out, and now it's only women, and really great women, and Chris. But he's the boyfriend of Jay as well. But they live there initially together. But it's just him and like 4 other women, and he's like, it's great. He's having a great time because he's like, yeah, everybody's nice. Everything's great. We have dinners together. We have like game nights together. So they're having a blast. They're having such a great time. I kind of wish I didn't move out now.
No, you want to move out. Like I always say,
Yeah.
No successful person has housemates. Okay? So I congratulate you on your new life. And we're gonna both live in North London, people, but we're never gonna be housemates with each other.
Oh my god, no, we can live together.
No.
I'm looking for a house. We can live together.
No, I'll never live with you, Evelyn. If you want to keep this friendship, let's not live together. Okay?
I'm a great housemate.
No.
I'm a great housemate.
Terrible idea.
I clean. I like to watch movies. I like to have game nights. I like to like hang out with my friends.
I hate game night. Every time someone breaks out a board game, I just want to leave. And I'm thinking like, when is it socially acceptable for me to leave without making them feel like, oh, Nigel's leaving because of the board game. So I still have to play at least one game or two. But listen, I hate game night. Put on a movie. Put on some music. And
we can watch so many Korean dramas. Together.
I don't think you would like living with me, you know.
No, I think I wouldn't either.
You'll hear a lot of sounds from my bedroom. That is my game night. That is.
Why did you have to go there?
That is my game night.
Why did you have to go there, Nigel?
What? You're asking. You're asking, do I like game night? I'm like, yes, but my game night is different from your game night. Your game night involves dice and pieces and board, you know?
Oh my god, if we lived together, I'd be making breakfast for all of your conquests in the morning. Like, I'd have to be like the one, like in the kitchen, I'm like, oh, hi. Whatever your name is, I don't need to learn it because I know that you're not going to come back. Would you like some scrambled eggs?
They might come back. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, non-condoms. Yeah, they might come back. Like, I'd literally be that. I would be, like, it would be like in a rom-com movie, you know, with, like, one of the friends who's like, oh, what, a stallion, like, getting laid all the time, and then I'm the friend who's like, oh, yeah, your job sounds really interesting, actually.
Well, you could use me as motivation, you know? You could be like, you could see me and be like, oh, I want that life. I need to put myself out there more.
Oh my god. I think, if anything, if I were to live with you, your lifestyle would demotivate me. Because I'm like, oh, men are disgusting. I don't want to be treated this way. Oh gosh.
I treat them very nice, you know. All very happy, you know. Yeah, it's all a good time. You always make it sound like it's terrible, but it's actually nice. You know?
I know. It's
and
nice.
when you
it's
make
nice.
breakfast, guess what? I'm gonna have the breakfast too. Right? We'll all have breakfast together.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be like your mom.
What's wrong with that? You like cooking. You like meeting new people.
Oh gosh.
So that's perfect. We can all have breakfast, talk about life. You know?
Terrible.
Plug
Terrible
the Patreon.
Talk about You're gonna try and sell them the Patreon, aren't you?
Of course.
Oh my god.
I'm a salesperson. Support our Patreon, people. Patreon.com/rise-to-meet-you-pod. If you like this sort of discussion, you can't talk about this on any sort of like radio channel. Okay?
You keep saying
Do you think middle-class British people will let this go on their airwaves? No, they don't like fun. I don't know if you know this, Middle class British people hate fun.
They hate fun.
They like plays. My God. Have
Their
you seen a play?
Their definition of fun is very different. Yeah. Their definition of fun is making more money.
I don't think they even think about that, you know? I don't think they care about money. Yeah. They're born into it. So they don't have to worry about it at all. Their definition of fun is just like current events. Reading The Economist.
Like having interesting conversations.
Yeah, talking about
the
wine
world today.
You know the most interesting thing about middle class office worker or any sort of like middle class person is a personal best marathon time. Seriously, that's usually the case. You know, I have friends who've become middle class now because they're in the corporate world and they are doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
But then the most interesting thing becomes their personal best, either marathon time or, they just bought a bicycle. They always end up buying a Brompton, a foldable bike. So that's the life. That's the life you want if you want to.
They've looked around the market and they've decided that the Brompton is the best investment because in the long term, it'll yield better results. And you can transport it everywhere as well. You can take it on the overground. You just fold it up. And then when you take it to the office, it doesn't take much space. And then you can carry it everywhere. You can go gigging with it if you want. And then even at home, you can just put it by the door, right behind the door. It doesn't take any space at all.
All I'm saying is we should not be roommates, okay? You'll be annoyed by the noise I make.
By the noise.
And it's not going to be every night, okay? Maybe once or twice a week. But I don't think you will enjoy the noises. So can you imagine? Can you imagine? You get so annoyed by the sex noises I'm making, so you decide to be like, and then you just blast your K-drama as loud as you can.
Yeah.
Passive aggressive.
I would blast my K-drama.
On one side it's like, and the other side is like, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
사랑해요.
Yeah, 사랑해요. And then I'll cry. I'm like, don't die, Captain Reed.
And in the next room, it's like,
Nigel, stop making the noises.
What? I'm trying to paint a picture here for our listeners. It's an audio medium too.
Oh God. That's
true,
actually.
Here's how it's gonna sound. Can you sing the song and cry, and then I'll do the slapping sound? Just for 2 seconds. Just for 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right.
Is that what you sound like when you have sex?
It depends how good the sex is. You
sound like a boar.
That's how guys sound like, okay? We don't sound sexy. The women sound sexy, great. But because Evelyn's doing the woman crying sounds, I felt like doing the woman sound would be too similar. And then you hear the bed knocking against your side of the wall too.
Wait, why do you think women having a good time during sex sounds like crying? What are you doing to these women?
When it's good, sometimes, you can hear, it's hard to explain to someone who's never, but if it's good, there's a listeners, you can back me up on this, and viewers on YouTube. Tell me, leave in the comments if this is true. If it's really good for the women out there, your voice has a sense of anguish and like painful pleasure behind it. Let me know. Is it correct?
That just sounds very Japanese porn like.
You don't have to go all the way Japanese. I'm just saying a hint. There's a hint of that.
A hint.
There's a hint of that.
Do it.
I can't do it now. It's too self-conscious. All I'm saying is there's a hint of like anguish, and it's very sexy. Okay? If it's good. There's a hint of pain amidst the pleasure.
Why is that hot?
There is such a thing as good sex, It exists. And I'm not saying I'm good every time, but I'm saying every now and then I turn in a 5-star performance, But sometimes I turn in a Milton Keynes performance. But every now and then, it's like fucking, It's like, voila, Michelin star, 3-star Michelin.
That's so funny.
There's a whole reason why people ruin families for this. There's a whole reason people willingly ruin their families for sex, okay? There's no other activity on this earth that people are willing to ruin families for. If you told me if you continue baking with this person, you will ruin your family, I'm not baking ever again. Right?
Yeah.
But sex is that's how you know sex is good. They're willing to give up their whole career, leave their wives, leave their children behind to get laid. That's how good sex is.
This is so funny.
Think of I'm right. The logic checks out.
Oh my god. Please, can we move on now? Can we move on? It makes me so uncomfortable.
Well, I also noticed, Evelyn, today, your hair looks different again. Every week, you have to do you have to fuck something up about your body. You know?
What?
Not
what do
fuck
you
it
mean?
up. Kidding. You have to change something about you, you know? So, like last week, it's new foundation. This week is new hair. And it's all positive changes, which I'm very happy about. So.
What is this? I only changed the foundation because you made such a big deal about it. And then the comments in the YouTube, they're like, it's honestly fine. I didn't notice even when Nigel mentioned. I didn't notice until Nigel mentioned it. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right. But okay, so, and it is quite funny though. I will agree with you. My hair has changed so much during these few months.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, it's funny because, especially before that, I had not changed my hair at all for like 20 years.
You don't even wash it.
I didn't even wash it. That's how little I changed my hair. But I've changed my hair again, as you can see. Now it's an ombre from black hair into brown into like some kind of dirty blonde. Because basically I'm shooting a TV show in Stockholm and I have a part in it, and they wanted me to, like, they liked my blonde hair, but I had a bit of root showing, so it was all this talk about, because we're dividing up the shoot. I'm shooting this week, next week, and then we're going on a break for Christmas, and then I'm shooting again in 4 weeks. And so there was so much talk about, like, oh my god, we have to maintain your roots, like, we have to maintain everything so that it looks exactly the same as before. And I was like, okay, sure. And then I got a call and they were like, you know what? We're going to change it. We're going to change your hair. We're going to make it like an ombre so it doesn't look, so it looks more natural growing out. And then I was like, okay. But the thing is, Nigel, like, I only appear in like 2 episodes. And in those 2 episodes, my character is in it like, I don't know, I have like 10 scenes over 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I feel like this is a minor character. So either like I have a part that's bigger than I expected, or my hair looked so shit that they were like, we can't let her go on TV like this. We have to do something about this. We're just going to help her. And they're like, we're going to change her hair. So it's like, I'm like, okay. Because it's like, it's a
they
pretty
paid
big
for you to
change.
get it done, right?
They paid to get it done. Exactly.
I think it's both, you know. I think it's like, ooh, boy, ooh. We want to help her career by giving her more lines, but ooh, boy, that hair.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That hair, and they're like, she knows she's Chinese, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not her. She's not fooling anybody. Like, that's not gonna.
And the thing is, they also, because it's a Western world, they can't tell you your hair looks like shit. Fucking fix it, otherwise you'll be out of a job. They can't say that. It's probably against some legal law or code of ethics or something.
Yeah.
So they have to roundabout way. Well, we have this voucher for a hair salon.
This voucher.
Would you like
you
one?
can use it if
Would
you want
like
to
one?
or not.
Yeah. Totally your decision. Totally your decision. But I'm just saying, this voucher, it so happens to be the exact thing you need to look better. But totally cool if not. Totally cool.
Totally cool if not.
We of course we highly recommend, you know, you fix your hair because it just, you know, it's better for the camera, better for the crew, but you don't have to. You're beautiful regardless. Nobody needs to make money from this film. You just have to just come act in it. Nobody cares.
How bad would I look if, like, they didn't make money just because of my hair? Nigel. We don't need to make money from this film.
Yeah.
Okay, so the implication is my hair looks so bad they wouldn't make money from the film.
Nobody wants to watch it. That TV show looked interesting until I saw Evelyn's fucking hair. So, whoa!
I had to change the channel.
Yeah.
It was so bad. That's so awful.
Also, I'm glad that you always get a newfound confidence when you change your hair and then you post an Insta story, right? With your new hair color. Can you stop winking in your Insta story?
Why?
It's so cringe. Who still winks anymore? Even porn stars don't do that. Why are you winking?
Dude, I think it's cute.
What are you trying to seduce?
I'm not trying to seduce anybody. It's like, so what do I do when I finish it? I'm like,
People just go.
do I just go?
People just do a boomerang, new hair, boomerang. I'm doing it towards the YouTube. The YouTube, you can see it right now. But, boomerang, you turn your hair and then turn back, turn your hair, turn back. That's how you're supposed to do it. Just boomerang
I did a boomerang. I did a
Don't be
boomerang.
like,
but it wasn't that nice.
You lift your phone up super high to get that angle and then, Can you see it, YouTube people? I'm acting it out right now for the audio people, so you go check it out on YouTube. You're lifting the phone up above you. And
I do, yeah. I lifted the phone up because I wanted to get a nice angle. Because I needed to get the top of my hair as well. But okay, thank you. I appreciate that you tell me that it's cringe because I don't want to be cringe, but sometimes I'm cringe.
It's like, ugh. And you think
Why
I'm gross.
Why is it so cringe, Nigel?
What?
Did you see me winking?
Yeah. Wish I could unsee it. If you wink again, you're not getting the Patreon money this month, okay?
Stop it! Nigel, please give me the Patreon money.
Stop
Nigel.
it! I'm not looking at you. My God. I think
I quite like.
Also because sometimes when you wink, I'm like, is she winking or is that her lazy eye? Maybe it's not you winking. It's like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm out. And then I just,
It's both. It's me trying to hide my lazy eye. That's why I have to wink.
Stop winking. It creeps me out. It creeps me. Have you met someone in real life who winks? How does that make you feel?
David
because
Schwimmer.
I have.
David Schwimmer winked at me.
Okay, because he's David Schwimmer. A regular person. A regular person.
Okay, maybe not a regular person, but David Schwimmer did it. I mean, if it's good for Ross Geller, it's good for me.
No more winking, please.
He winked and then he didn't give me the part.
Yeah.
Even though the part was written with me in mind, he didn't give me the part. But that's funny. But actually, Nigel, speaking of my lazy eye, I went to the optometrist.
Finally.
I did. And he told me that I'm farsighted. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the story is, when I was little, I used to have glasses because this eye, my left eye, is lazy. And I would, what's it called? When you, I would, HAIYAA. What's it called in English?
Why are you telling me that? I don't know Swedish. Why?
So that the few Swedish people get what I'm saying. The few Swedish people who are listening to this. Cross-eyed. Yes, so my left eye is lazy, and when I was little, I would often be cross-eyed. So my left eye would okay, this is a thing. Sometimes when I look up and then I look down again, my left eye is still looking up. Even though in my when I'm looking out I see straight, but people will say, they're like, your left eye is and then I'm like, oh, sorry, and then I have to close it and just make it go down again.
How do you make it go down?
Well, I just close it and then just that.
It resets?
It resets.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, fucking left eye, come on!
Yeah, yes. I have to basically reset my eye. And it's really bad because sometimes, and it I remember when I was shooting this the TV show in Sweden last year, I had to look angry, and I had to look when you look angry, you look like this, you look up at the camera and your eyes are up like that.
Yeah.
And like we had to reshoot it so many times because my left eye kept crossing. And it was so embarrassing. They were like, okay, just one more time. And remember, you're looking up, not left. I was like, yeah, okay.
I can't control it.
Yeah, I can't control it. I'm so sorry. I can't control it. But so...
Is that like, were you born with that condition? Or is it because... Oh, okay.
Or is it because of what?
Because I think sometimes, when you have a lazy eye that's not corrected, that can happen,
Oh, maybe. So, I mean, I've had it since I was a kid. So maybe it is that I had a lazy eye that wasn't corrected or that I was born with it. Because, well, the thing is, the way they try to correct it when I was a kid, I wore an eye patch.
Yeah.
I wore an eye patch.
I know friends who did that.
Yeah.
And they're fine now. So, I don't know. I think maybe you didn't treat it correctly and it didn't fully go away.
Well, no, I wore an eye patch and then I had glasses as well. So I had glasses up until I was like 12 or something.
Okay.
But then I don't know, because so the optometrist said, he was like, because he was checking my eyes. And so I had to do, so one of the tests was I look through the thingy, the optometrist microscopy thingy with, I look at a board. And so on the board, I just saw one line on the board and he was like, okay, tell me. I was like, yeah, there's just one line. And he was like, okay. And then he shut the vision for my right eye. And all of a sudden I saw a second line that was like at the bottom. And he was like, yeah, so if your vision is okay, like if both your eyes are working, you're supposed to see both the lines at the same time. And I was like, whoa. And he was like, so basically your left eye is much weaker than your right eye. So all of the focus is put on your right eye.
As Uncle Roger would say, so weak. Why so weak? I need to turn that into a sound, by the way. So weak. You're
gonna use it all the time. You're gonna use it all
Nigel,
the
I'm
time.
sad today. So weak. Why so weak? Little sadness you cannot handle. HAIYAA, so weak.
What a long time ago it was that Uncle Roger made an appearance on the pod.
Yeah. We forgot about him for a little bit on the pod.
We did, yeah.
But he's back, people. He's back.
My weakness brought him
with
back.
His so weak niece Evelyn. So weak. Why your left eye so weak? Why so weak?
Oh, God. I don't
look
know,
up, then cannot look down. So weak. Look up, then your left eye so weak. He look up, forget to look down. HAIYAA.
That's exactly. It's so Asian, Uncle.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they would say. Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, and that's like, apparently that's my thing. Like my left eye is so much weaker. And that's why when I work, like sometimes when I focus, you've seen this, like I close my left eye automatically. Yeah. I don't even notice that I do
I know
it.
you're winking on your laptop. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, MacBook. Hey. Oh, I hear a fan noise. Someone's hot. I think you're flirting with your MacBook.
Flirting with my MacBook.
That's the only warm thing you have around you, isn't it?
Oh, come on, Nigel. It is true, though. It is true. Oh, God. But he was saying that, so it explains why, because I told him, I was like, every time I read or when I work at the computer, like after like about an hour of working at the computer, like I can't look at it anymore. I start getting, what's it called? I start getting like,
Want to use a Swedish word again? Why don't you use a Swedish word again? Huh?
Use splitter.
Use splitter. Yes, listeners, that's what.
I start getting that.
Yeah.
No,
this is what use splitter is. The hand motions don't help at all.
Can't you figure it out from the hand motions?
For the audio people, Emily's just doing like opening and closing her palms.
Yeah, I am. Like flashing lights, flashing lights.
Oh, okay. You mean like the sharp like tentacles come up from the light almost, like spikes from lights. Is it?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's like, or when it gets dark and then you just see like little light flashes like that.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
that happens to me after I've been at the computer for like an hour or 2 hours. And so I have to close my eyes and I can't look at it anymore and I have to lay down. And like I get so tired. And that happens when I read as well. If I read like for more than half an hour, that happens. And so he's like, yeah, it's because my left eye is much weaker than my right eye. So all the focus is on my right eye. And he's like, because you're long-sighted, it has to compensate as well. So it's working like my right eye is working 30% harder.
Wow.
And then my left eye, if I use that, it would work like 50% harder or something like that. So my muscles in my eyes.
What? You have muscles?
Are working
muscles?
really hard.
Wow! I didn't know Evelyn had muscles. That's new to
Nigel.
me.
You're so mean. You don't need Uncle Roger to be mean. Like Uncle Roger only makes your meanness like more palatable.
It's meanness with an accent.
It's meanness with an accent. And that's why people are there like, oh, he's foreign. That's okay. He can be that way. Whereas Nigel, they're like, oh, he's just a dick. He's just a dick. Oh my god.
It's okay. It's okay. So that's good. You have muscles. Great. It's good. That's a good starting point. It's good to hear that you work out your eyes. You have some muscles there. It's great.
Eyes muscles.
You're so out of shape. Even your eye muscles can't even pull your left eye down.
Yeah, I know.
Come down, left eye. Come down.
Like, we'll just leave him up there.
Yeah.
Just leave him. He'll come down eventually. But
okay.
so now I have to get
muscles.
glasses.
Okay.
Yes, at my muscles to relieve my muscles from working.
So why do you just like use one eye at a time? So when you get tired, you close your right eye, then just use your left eye until your left eye gets tired. Then you close your left eye and just read with your right eye.
And then I just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're extra
Nigel, that's a
productive.
great solution.
Yeah.
Hi,
Wear an eye
Nigel.
patch.
How are you? I should wear my eye patch.
Yeah. Sorry, you don't deserve two eyes. I don't like you enough. You only
God.
deserve my weaker eye, bitch. You know, when you meet people you don't like.
Yeah. Isn't that a great excuse as well? If I close both eyes, I'm like, I'm so sorry, but my eyes can't. My muscles are being strained right now.
Yeah.
So I have to close my eyes.
You don't deserve for me to use my only two muscles on my body on you, you know?
Oh gosh.
Okay, so what do you have to
Yeah.
do? How do you fix this? I'm all about the solutions, people.
Well, I have to get glasses. So now I have to
See
get
what
glasses.
I told you. I told you.
Yeah, I know. But now I am looking for glasses, but everything that I've looked at looks so ugly on me. Like glasses don't fit my face. And also when I was trying them, like I was like, glasses make my face look fatter. I felt like they made my face look fatter because either they were too small and that just enhanced how big my face is, or they were like, they just didn't fit my face. So I tried a few and I Googled as well. I was like, what shape of glasses suit fat faces? No, what shape of glasses suit like people with big noses because I have a big nose.
Listen, you should be Googling what size of glasses fit plus size face, okay? I don't like this fat phobia, Evelyn.
Such a dick.
I don't like it. I think the world needs to be more conscious, and that is a terrible word to hurl around at people, including yourself. So next time, please Google what kind of glasses fit plus size face.
Oh,
Plus size,
shut up,
but still
Nigel.
beautiful Yas Queen face, okay? Can you search that?
Such a dick. Okay.
So what are the answers? What did Google tell you?
Google told me rectangular.
Why?
Because apparently rectangular shaped glasses will take focus away from big noses. So, but then in the store, the lady was saying, she was like, I can't have like plastic rimmed glasses because they usually don't have those nose cushions. She was like, you should get the ones with nose cushions because they lift the glasses further away from your nose, which makes your nose less focused. And I was like, okay. So I tried a few.
Let me see what you tried.
So I tried this.
Okay. All right.
And then I tried this, which was, I think, suited my face a bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I tried these, like, really big ones.
Yeah. I think you probably... It's probably hard to get Asian fit glasses in Sweden, right? So maybe you should just get a pair that you wear indoors.
What do you mean Asian fit? Is there such a thing?
Asian fit for the Asian nose bridge, yeah.
What? There's such a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Google it. Google Asian fit body positive plus size glasses.
Oh, come on.
Kidding. It is a thing. Asian fit.
Asian
yeah.
fit. I didn't know that.
I don't know. There's an American brand that does it. Of course, if you go to Asia, you can get it anywhere in Asia because everybody's Asian there. But if you want something from the Western world, there's an American brand that does it. It's not cheap though. So they do, or you can get like certain Korean brands. They have plastic frames, but they still have the nose pads. Those look really nice. I think Gentle Monster does a few of that. So the K-drama sunglasses, sunwear brand.
Oh my god, Gentle Monster. Ooh, speaking of which, K-drama. I'm gonna. Okay.
This is a sex talk. This is a sex talk for Evelyn.
This is sex talk for me, actually. Oh, and also, if you guys are hearing like a boo, that's because I'm in Sweden. And in Sweden, on the first Monday of each month, they play the alarm for in case war breaks out, just to make sure that it's still working in case war breaks out.
You live in really Gothenburg. Funny. Who's attacking Gothenburg?
I know. And Sweden's been neutral for like ages.
Yeah.
We stayed out of both the world wars. So
even if it's Stockholm, okay, I understand maybe.
Yeah.
But Gothenburg. Who has time to attack Gothenburg? Even Hitler didn't give a shit.
We're a coast town. We're the town that's closest to Europe. So if attack would happen, it would be Gothenburg first. Like if Russia's attacking, then that would be Stockholm. But if it's like the rest of the world, it would be Gothenburg. Because we're the port town. So people would just like come in through our port.
I think if someone conquered Gothenburg and they called the Swedish government, we have Gothenburg. Okay, you can take it. You can take it. We don't really want that anyway.
Not with Gothenburg, but with Malmö, they'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Just have Malmö. We don't care. We've been trying to dig it out for ages. Actually, there's this like mythology or like rumor about this group of people who each year go and dig at a certain place in around Malmö because they want to give it back to the Danes. So they're hoping to dig enough so that it like just like detaches itself from Sweden.
This is the weird Scandinavian people are so weird. We got bigger problems in the rest of the world, you know, than returning dirt to the rightful owners.
It's a lot of fun, Nigel. A lot of fun.
Fine. Enjoy your alarm. I hope it doesn't impact the recording too much.
Yeah. It's stopped now, so it only goes on for like 5 minutes.
So get some Asian fit glasses and everything.
Oh, I would love that. Wear the same things as my K-drama.
Yeah.
Heroes. Speaking of K-drama, this is really embarrassing, but I've learned to make sure that I'm switched back onto my account as I Google these things. So on YouTube, as I YouTube these things. So Nigel won't have seen this, but I came across this thing. So I was YouTubing this actor called Kang Hanul, who is such a good actor. And very, very fun person. And I came across a video of this Australian palm reader. His name is Tony Leggett, and he's been the He's been the National Examiner magazine's psychic advisor for 30 years. So you know he knows what he's talking about. And so he does this thing where he will read the palm of celebrities that people send in and requests. So he did this for Korean actor Kang Han-ul. And as I watched it, I was like, this is amazing. Just like, what kind of people, like, the fact that he does it, it's so funny. And then also, like, but in the video, he said, if you want a personal palm reading, you know, go to my website and I can make you one and put it on YouTube for you. And if you want to request a video of a celebrity, then just send in a clear picture of their palm and I'll do that for free. And so I started taking a bunch of photos of my palm.
Oh no.
Because I wanted to get a palm reading. So Nigel,
no.
I'm taking
This is
so many photos
my
of my
God. This is the road towards crystals, you know?
I know.
You start with palm reading, then it's gonna be yoga soon. I guarantee you're gonna take up yoga in the next year.
Well, I'm probably gonna take up yoga because of exercise.
Crystals
and
are coming.
meditation.
Crystals are coming.
I've already downloaded Eckhart Tolle's A New World. And I'm not as an audiobook because my eye is lazy, so I can't read. But like, and I'm like, Nigel, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna read it until I feel ready to embrace what he's talking about in the book. Oh my God, it's so bad. But
see,
like,
listeners, do you not feel a bit of repression / mental fortitude is good? Do you not feel it's a positive thing?
Oh, it's
you want to end up like Evelyn?
It's so sad. It's so sad. But it's
so
like,
sad.
I really...
You hate sex. You can't read. And you have to be emotionally prepared for an audiobook. How sad is your life? How sad is your life?
It's so sad.
Crystals are coming.
Oh my God, it's so funny. But and also like this palm reading thing, I'm like, I wanted to do
before we
it.
get to the palm reading thing, for the listeners who don't know, we mentioned crystals so much because on our previous episode we said single women over a certain age, especially single Asian women, always end up buying crystals.
Not especially single Asian women. It's
okay, single
white
women of
women.
any race. Yeah,
Okay.
that's correct. Single women of any age, at a certain point, they will buy crystals because that becomes their solace. The crystals becomes their man, their companion, the thing that listens to them. That's why we keep mentioning the crystals, because it seems destined that Evelyn's gonna get there. Listeners, go listen to the crystal episode. I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes back, and then you see the progression slowly from that episode to you're just seeing it happen. You're just seeing it happen.
I gotta admit, when you first mentioned it, I was like, no, excuse me, crystals are dumb. But then also, I have also noticed how quick the progression has gone. It's really worrying. It's so worrying.
You can't even control it yourself. It's like an out-of-body experience. You're just seeing yourself hurl towards crystals.
It's so bad. And it's also because, like, this actor, Kang Han-ul, he's really into, like, meditation and stuff like that, and he talks about like a new world, and I'm like, oh my God, it seems to make sense.
Here we go.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, and then this palm reading, I was like, I want to get my palm read. And so I try to go in on his website, and his website is like, it's shut down. I don't know why it's shut down. Either he hasn't paid for his license or like he's a fraud. But so I can't get in touch with him. And so I'm like, but maybe do I have a big enough profile to be considered a celebrity? Or like a public profile. I know, so I'm like, maybe I could get somebody to email him a picture of my palm so that he can do a palm reading of my hand for free.
Well, That is the saddest thing. Is that what you live for, Evelyn?
Right now it is. Right now it is. I'm going to be honest. At the beginning of this pandemic, I was like, it's fine. Everything's great. I don't know what people are complaining about. This is totally up my street. I think I'm beginning to see how the stresses of going through a pandemic are manifesting themselves in me.
I thought you were supposed to work on your script, to work on your writing, write new jokes, but you're just watching K-dramas and getting your palm read.
I'm currently developing idea about a girl who gets her palm read over YouTube. It's going to be great. I'll pitch it to BBC Three. They're going to love it. Oh my god. It's so that's what I've been doing, Nigel.
That is very sad, man. But hey, I think you should write a treatment about a woman who talks to crystals. Then, you can buy all the crystals you want. It's a work expense. It's research.
I don't want crystals, though. I'd rather have stickers of K-drama actors. Like this one that Purion sent. She sent me a little hewn bin.
Yeah, I saw. Thank you, Purion.
Thank you, Purion. They can get me Lee Dong-wook or Kang Han-oh stickers as well if they want.
It's so sad, this life.
It's so sad. It's so sad. It's so funny. I think, yeah. It's really funny.
Somebody needs to stage an intervention for you soon,
Isn't this an intervention? I feel like each week we do it.
It doesn't help. Each week I keep shitting on your lifestyle choices, but you go in deeper and deeper.
That's true. It's true, actually. This is how I respond to the shitting. I just go in deeper and deeper.
It doesn't help.
I don't respond well to tough love. I just go in deeper and deeper.
The more I tell you to not buy crystals, the more you're gonna buy crystals soon.
I'm not gonna buy crystals. Oh god, I don't want to buy crystals. Oh god.
Oh, but okay. Rating. Well, listeners, if you want to help Evelyn out, just go email this guy with Evelyn's palms.
I'll show you my palms.
Screenshot it, listeners.
I don't know if it's clear enough. Otherwise, slide into my DMs. I'll send you a photo of my palms.
Yeah, girl, got a pic. And you send them a palm.
Send them a palm. Please email this to Tony Leggett and ask him to read this for me. Oh my god.
I think it's time to move back to London soon, Evelyn.
I really think being at home with my parents have made me very, very sad.
Yes, it has.
Not
you already
sad,
started off in a very sad place.
It's made me stir. Yeah. I need to move out. I need to move back to London.
It's time.
Oh gosh, the vaccine's coming. Let's move back.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
God, that's so funny.
Are you? Sometimes I feel like, because I don't live with my parents and don't live in Malaysia, right? So I get added in a lot of like WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
My relatives back home. You're in a WhatsApp group? It's a family, probably, right? Just your family.
Yeah. Well, with my family and my uncle's family, so it's like 8 people or something.
8 people. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Both my parents come from like really big families, so I got added into this WhatsApp group with 101 members.
Are you serious?
And it's just relatives on my dad's side. Only my dad's side. And I scroll through it. I don't recognize like 80% of the people, and I'm pretty sure there are a few dead people in there too.
No.
I have a few relatives that passed away this year, and I'm pretty sure that numbers are still in there, and you can still text them.
Nigel, that's so funny.
And I'm sure if you scroll back, scroll back far enough, you can see that last message to the world. Can you imagine?
That's Can you sad.
Can you imagine if a last message to the world was a GIF?
That's so sad.
What was John's last words? It's a dog on a skateboard.
And then immediately after, he had a heart attack.
And the sad thing is, Because I'm a gift now. If you go on WhatsApp and search the gifts, Nigel Ng or Uncle Roger, you can see
Oh my
tons
God.
of things.
Oh
So
my God.
I will be some people's last words, just me saying HAIYAA.
That's so funny, Nigel. I'm gonna search now. I
Yeah,
wanna see.
search it. Like tons of gifts.
But then, why are you guys so many? How did this get out of hand?
Big family. My dad has 12 siblings.
Oh, wow.
And then they all have 4 or 5 kids each. That you can see how it grows.
Yeah.
And the tough thing is there's a lot of I don't know half of them. I some people I meet and I'm like, have we met before? And nobody knows because we probably met before one time ages ago at a big dinner or something. And then we just lost touch for 10 years. And then anywhere I live, every time I move to Chicago, my dad will be like, oh yeah, my brother's second uncle's son lives there.
Yeah.
And if I move to London, oh yeah, my nephew's second cousin lives there. You should get in touch. No! I have nothing in common with you fucks. Okay?
Well, that's really Asian. And also, I remember when I was moving to London, my mom was like, yeah, call your dad's cousin. I'm like, why? She's like, she's lived in London, so you guys can talk about it. I'm like, I don't need to. What are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about?
Hey, so you lived in London before? Yeah. So, my mom said we should get in touch.
Yeah, exactly. That's so Asian. It's as if they think that somehow they can help or something. I don't know what the idea is. That's so funny.
And I have tried to leave my 101 person WhatsApp group. I keep getting added back in because they will send something about Uncle Roger and they'll be like, oh, Uncle Roger, did you see this? Is he in the group? Is he in the group? Is he in the group? And, oh, no, he's not. Let somebody add him. And I just get pulled back in. So now I just have the group notification on mute for a year. WhatsApp, you can mute for 8 hours, 1 day, or a year, right?
Or a year.
So I muted it for a year.
Funny.
It's too much. It's too much. Sometimes they can get into arguments, Some people will be arguing about Hong Kong and democracy and police brutality and stuff. I'm like, holy shit, I don't need this. And sometimes it's memes. Sometimes it's memes.
I mean, honestly, in my family WhatsApp group, it's only memes. And I think I'm so lucky because my mom has 8 siblings as well, but they don't get along, so that's why we don't have a WhatsApp group.
That's great. I wish I had that.
Oh, it's so funny.
But they're all over the world too, so it's 24/7 an onslaught of messages. Some Australians wake up, then Americans wake up, and then yeah.
But they must be really excited about Uncle Roger, right?
Yeah, I keep getting people asking me for shit. Oh, so at a hospital we're doing this thing. Can you send a voice message in? Can you send a message in saying hi to the hospital children? No, buy it. I've Cameo. Buy it.
It's your family.
It's 101 people. I will not have time for anything.
That's so funny. Yeah, possibly out of 101 people, a few of them aren't your relatives at all.
Yeah,
Just some
I think
random
they probably
people.
added a few random wrong numbers.
Yeah.
And they're
yeah.
Are they my relatives? I guess they are. We're all Asian, I guess.
And then they were like, oh my God, I'm in a WhatsApp group with Uncle Roger. Let's ask him for stuff.
And then
that's so funny.
I'm sure there are also wives who have been divorced who are still in that group.
Yes, they're still in there.
Oh.
I mean, your parents must get requests, right?
Yeah.
From people they know.
Yeah.
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 Didn't you tell me your mom, she listens to the podcast?
Yes.
And did she say?
So I was talking to my mom on FaceTime, and then I was telling her, hey mom, I met someone in Sweden. We got along really well. And she's like, oh, Sweden, huh? Is that why you use a 9 condoms? Oh. In front of my sister. My sister was on the phone call too.
No! That's so funny. Oh gosh.
But she is
whereas my mom, when she found a condom in my wallet, came into my room, it was like, why do you have this? And I'm like, and she's like, you can get AIDS. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I have it.
Yeah.
And then she stormed out, and we never talked about
if my mom found a condom,
again.
she'd be like, only one? So weak. Why so weak?
Oh gosh.
My mom also asked how you're doing. You know?
Aw.
Yeah, I said, oh, how's Evelyn? How's Evelyn? And then I was like, yeah, everything's great. Evelyn's good. Sometimes she gets sad. And then she was like, oh, really? But she sounds so joyful on the podcast.
Aww.
Yeah, great. See,
That's so
repression
nice.
is a great thing. Mental fortitude.
Actually, I'll just say this really shortly, but I've come to a realization, which is I saw my depression as an adversary, but now I realize, like, because I feel great sadness sometimes, like I feel great pain sometimes, but I realized that, and I always worried that because I felt that, I wasn't able to feel joy and the joy that I felt previously in my life. But I realized that it's so paradoxical, but you know, we live in paradoxes. If I can feel great sadness, that means that I'll be able to feel great joy, because the one doesn't exist without the other. And rather than seeing them as adversaries, they're companions, really.
Wow.
So I've
And you
come
haven't started
to-
reading the Eckhart Tolle book yet? Wow. This is great. This is every single women answer when you catch them traveling solo. I lived with great sadness before, and I realized with great sadness comes great joy. I just have the capacity to feel, and that's all I want to do now. I just want to feel again.
You made my realization. You cheapened it, Nigel.
I mean, I don't know if you thought it was a earth-shattering revelation, but it's like, yeah, duh. You know?
Well, I mean, for somebody who has depression, I think that's at least for me personally, I'm like, you know what? Embrace the sadness rather than try to work against it.
I just want to feel again. And that's why I'm going to sleep with a 16-year-old Filipino guy to live again, to recover
I'm
my
not
lost
the-
youth.
I'm not the pedophile here.
You
are
listen,
the
listen. First the crystals, then
Yeah.
the sex tourism. You go to Africa or you go to Asia, you'll find like a young Asian or black person with abs. And then you're like, life is good here. That's what a lot of like Western women do, you know?
Oh, I was gonna do this as like a nice revelation, but now you cheapened it, Nigel.
Sorry, man. I thought everybody knew this. I thought everybody knew this.
No, everybody does know it, but
Yeah.
I feel it. But I've made peace with my depression. So.
Finally.
That's what I was
Yay. Nobody needs depression. Just be happy. My mom thinks you're happy on the
But
pod.
that's the that's the direct opposite of what I
Oh,
said.
she was like, I was like, oh, I told her, oh, I was seeing someone in Sweden. And she was like, oh, is it Evelyn? I'm like, no. Have they used 9 condoms on her? I'm like, no.
She did not say that.
She
I'm
was
sure-
implying that.
That's so funny. I would have thought that she would know our relationship is more like brother sister,
I hope
or
so.
like annoyed cousins.
I hope so. So don't worry, Mom. I didn't use a single condom on Evelyn.
Nigel,
It's all good.
how can you?
And-
How can it be like a relief but also an insult at the same time? Because I'm like, yeah, he didn't, but also, come on.
What? You don't want me to use any on you? There's a lot of drama we don't want to go into, you know?
Oh, we don't have any drama though.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you have your revelation. And I hope you think, you know, with great sadness, it doesn't always have to be a bad thing, you know? With
No.
Like you said, you have a capacity to feel.
I have a capacity to feel. And thank you, Linda Ong.
Linda Ong, she didn't change her name.
Ong?
Ong, yeah.
Oh, so
O-N-G.
O-N-G.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so close though.
Yeah, it's the different word.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Linda Ong.
Yay! I think she'd like to hear from you. She's a big fan.
Is she?
Yeah, she listens to every episode of the pod, man. I'm like, even the Patreon ones. I'm like, ooh.
Does she? I would have thought she would have been, because she's your mom. She would
I
have been
think
like,
she knows a lot about my sex life now, unfortunately. And I don't know how she was so open with it. We've never talked about sex growing up, and then suddenly like, oh, the 9 condoms, huh? She was like, whoa, what is this, Mom?
but it feels like after a certain age, they just expect you. They're like, okay, you're a grown up now. You've been married. You've done all the things.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, probably.
And then my sister was so awkward, like, Mom, Stop it. I'm
old is she?
here.
How old is she?
Born in 2000, so she was 20.
She's 20 now?
Yeah.
Wow, she's young. Yeah,
She said,
that's
Stop
awkward.
it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Don't talk about condoms.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a great chat. See you next week, listeners. Send in Evelyn's palms. Screenshot Evelyn's palms and send it in. Leave a nice rating and review on Apple Podcasts and support our Patreon.
Oh, what
keep
kind of
making
way
this.
to end the pod? But okay, thank you guys. Bye.